Anytime today, Poe, would be brilliant.
Oh, Pokemon to catch me. Welcome to the PIXI Game Podcast, your place for in-depth breakdowns of characters, video games themselves, and how they make me, my guests, and all of us feel. And today I'm joined by Mr. Lou Roberts for the PIXI Partner Up podcast.
Good evening, Ryan. Good evening.
Yeah, proper buzzing for today. It's proper hot, mate.
Lovely. Lovely bit of weather.
Too
We
hot
all
for gaming,
complain
mate.
'cause it's
Too
so-
hot for
yeah.
gaming.
Don't
No
say.
good. But I have been getting out, mate. In fact, right, before we start, we today are going through Mario Tennis Aces in PIXI Partner Up, so
Yes.
hang about for that. But we'll move into our first segment, which is what's in play on this day, mate.
Play.
And I have been getting out and about a lot, mate. Before we
Good.
move on to you, and I've just only today, literally today, I was listening to the podcast I listened to, and one of the guys that I listened to, Greg Miller, he was getting back into Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
right? And he's going out and playing it with his wife all the time. They're going out and going around. I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. So I got it at work, and straight away I'm like,
Back on it.
where can I go? What can I do? I
That's-
never got on it in the first place, mate. Never played it.
Never played it.
First time I ever downloaded
okay.
it.
That's understandable then. It is good.
I don't really I'm not a massive Pokemon guy.
Mhm.
I know the first generation because I used to have the cards and
Everyone
stuff in
played,
school.
yeah, first
I
one
never
was big
played.
for
I never
Orange.
played the games, so I never played like Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Red or anything like that. But I understand how influential it is. Like people completely and utterly
It
like
changed people.
tribe.
It was one of those games that never been brought out before, and then
Yeah.
suddenly this drops, and everyone's like, "What is this? We want
Mhm.
this to be real," and that's as real as it's going to get. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is super cool. I'm just about to get Luke's friend code, and we're going to be
I'll be back into it by the sounds of it
that's
then.
it. Going to get on the road and
Nah, that's cool.
find ourselves a
You literally go to
new
walking
tool or something.
spots or
Yeah, it's cool. Like
good drop
'cause I
Vivery Park and
live quite near like a hotel, and I just went straight over there. There's loads of Pokemon to pick up there, so I went there on the way to basketball and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's just like cool that it gets you thinking of going to those different places, and the only way to go there is to get out and go there, and walk there, which is cool. And a lot of them are like walking destinations as well, so it's not
It
like
wants you to be walking.
it's not just like
'cause
lampposts
that's what
or like right next to the road or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you can't just like hang out your car like
hang fire, hang fire. Oh mate, yeah.
Definitely. So I'm looking forward to I don't know, maybe giving an update on that. I don't know whether it's last me a
We
fun.
could go out, mate. I'd be up for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we've
we'll
done
go
it
for a
all
little
the time.
stroll, see what we can find. But yourself, mate, what have you been up to?
So obviously, last time I mentioned Apex. Been playing it now, like quite
Yes,
a lot.
okay,
I've
okay.
met two guys. Well, two guys. One girl, one guy that I
Cool.
play with late at night from America.
Oh, nice.
And they've got like about 40 to 50 wins with each character in season 2. So they're actually quite good players. So it's quite nice. And they're always talking about
50 wins in season 2.
mate, they're good. They play a lot. Obviously they play PUBG. They've gone on to Apex.
Yeah,
they
that's
say,
naughty.
and then like they'll be talking to themselves like, do you remember playing with blah blah blah? And he's like, oh, third best lifeline in the UK. So they've got a lot. She streams and stuff. And
Oh,
she's
cool.
on Twitch. So obviously I don't know her very well. I met her for a friend on Xbox,
Cool.
random, and yeah, she seems really good, and so does he. Exiled, Shadow, and Wildman. And they seem pretty solid. They play a lot, and like when
Nice.
they go off, I'm just like, oh, and they because I'm crap compared to. I thought
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good at better Apex than PUBG, and yeah. So I got on. I was like, oh, I'll be right here. And then I see their stats come up. I'm like one of them's got like 600 kills, 700 kills with Watson already. I'm like, whoa.
With Watson already?
Yeah. So they're really good, and playing with that give me a different gameplay. So
Yeah, cool.
obviously it was really nice, and I've got a couple of wins. They did only play the normal, they didn't play ranked, which was
Oh,
surprising.
weird.
So obviously when I'm playing with them, I only play just the normal, get into games. Maybe that's why they're doing so well.
Have you played much ranked?
I have, obviously, when people aren't on. I'm now silver like 3, 2.
Cool.
I'm now
Right.
losing points if I don't do too well.
Yeah,
one
that's
that
good.
He said.
Yep.
So I need to get back to. Well, I need to get up to gold, not back up, but got to get back to gold, and then we should be all rocking.
Because you can't go any lower than gold then
That's
when
the
you're
thing,
there.
yeah.
So I obviously spoke to you last week a little bit about what weapons and stuff you're into. Are you still staying down the sort of machine gun route, or are you
No.
changing it up?
No.
Oh, he's changing it up. That's
Spitfire,
cool.
I've gone back to that.
Oh yeah, cool.
Spitfire's insane.
I've ruined someone with Spitfire.
And
And
the
a whole team.
R99, a lot of players are using that at the moment.
The
Just
what?
for its speed, the R99.
Right.
The SMG, obviously, light rounds. But I really like the Scout. I don't know why. I
Which
think
one's
after
that?
the
Oh, the
G7,
light-
like sniper.
Yeah, that
After they
deals damage.
updated that, it was 30 per shot. It's like 4 shots are dead, and I'm quite accurate with it. So and I'm liking snipers a
He's
lot
getting
now.
to the longbow, mate. That's where it's at.
Longbow
Longbow
58
and
and
alternator
that.
is my favourite two. If I can have anything else, it'd probably be like a split fire. Oh, in fact, scratch that. My favourite gun in it right now is the VK. You know,
Flatline.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
a lot of people are buzzing
there's
about
been
this
a
gun.
there's been a massive,
Is it updated?
huge buff on it, and it just ruins people now, mate. Completely ruins people.
Might have to give
Like,
that a run out.
I'm liking now to have a longbow and that. And if like I
Nice.
find the hop up for the alternator, I have to use the alternator because it just completely ruins people. But I had a really good game the other day where I had the alternator with the hop up and the pistol with the hop up,
So both disruptors.
the different disruptor rounds.
Yeah.
And I ended up actually using it to my advantage. So I used the alternator, crack their shield,
Yeah.
take out the pistol and kill them, and it was like
Do the
instant
damage.
kills, which is like actually what the game I suppose wants you to do in a way.
It
and
wants
stuff
you
like
to
that.
find stuff like, because they are rare, and also with the Mozambique apparently with the hammer points. But also we found a gold Mozambique, and apparently they're just next level.
Yeah, gold anything. I had a gold VK, won a game with it.
Insane.
Although one thing that is really stressed me out at the moment is I keep either going into twos, which actually really coolly, if you're in a two and you
Mhm.
drop in a two, they give
Yeah.
you a point for like, oh sorry, there's only two of you.
Yeah.
So like, you know, at the end of the game when you get all your points.
Oh,
you
they'll
get, like,
give
a
you that plus point
discretion
because you're
point.
man down sort
Yeah.
of thing. Oh,
Yeah, that's
so it
cool.
cancels
But
out
it
the
says like
pace.
sorry about the loss or something. It's something like that,
Yeah.
which is cool. But
That is
I was
good.
on a train of thought then. I forget what I was on about.
You want
What was
about
it?
gold? I was going about gold. And you got about disruptor rounds.
No,
alternator,
yeah. So I
pistols.
keep getting it so where I'm by myself a lot, and I keep just having to just run around by myself. And
Yeah.
with it being ranked, the issue is when I find myself alone, especially when I first drop and stuff like that, I'll just camp the whole game, mate. I'll camp my way right up to the
at
top
least,
five.
Like, yeah.
Once I'm in top five, I'll just run into a try third party, get a couple of kills, and die. And like that doesn't bother me too much because if they're gonna make it in ranked so that you can't have anybody or you're gonna be by yourself and stuff like that, that's the kind of way I'm
Yeah.
gonna play it.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not just fighting for, you know, if I wasn't in ranked, I'd just run and try and get as many kills
Of
as
course
I
you
can.
would. It's
died
not
straight
gonna
away.
affect you, is it? It's
But
getting
now I'm in
practice with
ranked.
Gunshots.
I know that if I die straight away, I'm losing points for it, and it matters to me now because I'm on my road to platinum. Mate.
This is what all the pros are liking. They're liking it's giving you something to play for.
Yeah, big time.
You know, like
Big time.
Shroud and that, and now what is it? Apex, Avengers, or Legends, or whatever it is.
Yeah, Predators.
Predators,
Yeah.
and literally they're playing in that. Christ, I'm watching gameplay. I'm like, oh boy. Obviously it's PC, but it's still it's next level.
You shoot
The
a gun
play.
and people are just all over you, third party. Mate.
You're like mad, and it's crazy.
But I love the fact that it is just that constant carrot on a stick of like every single game I play. Like I played like I came home the other night. I seemed to be coming home from work straight away, going straight on Apex, and I came home the other night and I like played 4 games in a row. I was awful. I almost dropped back down to gold 2, gold 3 again,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, and then I just came onto a game 1-1, just
That's
right
what
when I
makes
was
it
on the
right,
edge,
mate,
and I
yeah.
was halfway there, and now I've got up to gold 1. No,
Bloody
gold
hell.
2. I'm very, very
Like
close to
high
gold 1.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, I'm
Nice.
30 points off of gold 1, and then obviously I'll have to go all the way up to get to platinum again.
Yeah.
So
but
it's like you get to
it's
gold 1, but you
double
still got to do it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And then when I get to platinum, I'm up to 3 points on my. Every time I
Pay
join a
an entry
match,
cost.
it's 3 points.
Right.
But really, really, really enjoying Apex.
Yeah.
I'll break it down a little bit more. Obviously, it would have been yesterday that posted my Amy's podcast, but I'm not recording that until later. But I will sort of break that down more on that.
in yours. Yeah,
And
that's
when
fine.
I'll sort of really go into like how much Apex is really kind of gripping me.
Yeah.
Have you been playing any Battlefront?
No, I have not. Obviously, I got the post from you.
Yes.
PUBG's come back again. The boys are back in town.
Oh, cool.
We have a squad of 4, actually. I think I mentioned before. But we're back in the chat now, like, guys, when we're on. Obviously, I was
Oh.
working today, so I couldn't play. And it's like, the bands aren't back together if Luke... and it was the same 4 guys, mate. And we got a good couple of chicken dinners, and we were always communicating. We knew what everyone liked to play, so that sort of thing. Obviously, in PUBG, I feel you have to have, like, maybe a sniper. You have a guy that doesn't mind running in.
Okay.
So it's a bit more tactical.
Yeah.
It's a lot slower,
Yes.
and it's killing me. Like, as soon as I finish on that, I jump straight onto Apex.
Yeah.
Because I think the faster gameplay is definitely for me.
Yeah, I like it.
But PUBG, if I've got a squad, I'm going to play it. I'm not, it's the enjoyable part of online gaming that I enjoy. Obviously, the talking, the interactions. We have
You
laughs
seem to be
on
liking
there,
the battle royales as well, which is cool.
yeah. Well, obviously, like FIFA, I've been mentioning all the time. Gone. Absolutely dead. Like, I'm doing the SBCs a lot, but that's about it now. I don't really do much else.
Yeah.
I'll go on, do the SBC. I'm not even playing any games. I didn't even do Weekend League. The first Weekend League I haven't done in 3 months.
Yeah.
So like
you say, it's dying off though. You're getting ready now.
It will.
You've
I'm
got
waiting for FIFA 20.
month and a half till
literally
FIFA.
September.
Yeah,
month
till
and a half.
FIFA
So I'm just waiting for that
20 now.
and then that'll be a different game. And obviously Modern Warfare coming out.
Yeah. Obviously, that'll be big time because that'll be all of us.
That we can all play that. Yeah,
we can all play it. Like literally, all the Xbox lads, all the PS4 lads, all getting together.
We can all get together and have
I think most nights we will be guaranteed to get a team 6.
Yeah,
which will be cool. And even then, like you got the 2-player stuff and stuff like that. Modern Warfare is really cool. But another shooter, obviously, that you have been mentioning, as I asked you, was Battlefront. I did say that you kept tempting me.
I kept saying about it,
and I was like, oh, it just does sound cool. And I thought to myself, I'm a sucker for advertising, and I watched an advertisement on Instagram for probably about the 12th time. I saw it come up.
Same on this when you scroll
it. Obi-Wan and General Grievous going at each other, and I just thought, tell you what, I'm going to pop to my brothers, download it, and I downloaded it, and I played a couple of games actually. I really enjoyed it.
It is good
I like
fun.
I like the new mode they've got where it's not like just the walker mode. It's where like you'll fight on the planet, then you fight on the ship. Then you go to
Capital
different
Supremacy.
places.
It's a really long game. That's the one I say could take.
Yeah.
Because if you fail, you try again, and like you go back to where you were. It's really good in that regard. And God, some of the kills you can rack up. If once you've got used to it, it is insane. And the games, like I say, COD, jump in, 10 minutes done.
Yeah.
Anything, team deathmatch, whatever, domination. These, God, you literally have to go. Oh, I need to give myself an hour just in case the teams are really even, and that's what makes it fair. I think. Once you're a legend as well, a hero, villain.
Oh yeah,
some of the players rack up 30, 40 kills easily.
Yeah,
I was Yoda.
They're always in like the little after game. Here's the top 10 people or whatever.
Straight up, massive time. But yeah, I just haven't played it. We did mention it. We were like, oh, should we go on? And then the guys come on. We were like, well, PUBG.
Yeah, may as well play PUBG.
And that's it.
If there's more of you playing it,
that's
it.
Where you go. Definitely. So, but yeah, anything else I'm really playing is. Nothing really.
Getting back into Pokemon Go and I.
Well, definitely give it another go, mate. And I think it'll be a good laugh. Like you say, it gets you out. With the weather we've got at the moment, it'd be a waste not to use it.
Definitely.
And we're still gaming, so we have something to talk about.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Battlefront for me is just, I've just been playing not quite a bit of it, but just a little bit of it. Just dip my toe in it.
Yeah, definitely.
The only thing is like I say, it's quite long-winded. So when I sit down, I think, but the only thing that is really an appeal to me is because Apex is so stressful for me at the moment because every kill, every death, every match matters. Like teammates are really seriously stressing me out now. Like it's getting to the point where I'm like, this is so annoying playing rank mode without people I know.
I think that's it. Like with gold and stuff and platinum, I think one thing I read was like they were just like if you want to do well, you have to have a team the same drive as you. And then like people are like, drive for a game. Yeah, you have to have the drive. You have to want to put that time and effort in to actually do well. Yeah. So it's going to be hopefully they bring cross-platform because obviously then me and you at least there's a 2. Yeah. You can do with a rando now and again. That's the thing. But yeah, I'm random in a lot and. I said I preferred it. I've definitely changed my mind now after playing with the dudes
we're playing better people.
Playing with better people and thinking, fucking hell, it's nice to see.
But the thing, going back to kind of where I was Battlefront is like a break for me because Apex is so full on and I'm so stressed whilst playing Apex. I'm like, oh, I gotta keep like chasing this dream. But when I die like 50 times Battlefront, I don't give a fuck.
That's it.
So I'm just like, that was cool.
It's more relaxed and you have a laugh of it.
But Battlefront though. One thing that I think is wildly underrated about that game is the fact that it's had a load of updates now, so it's a little bit better than it was when I very first played it. But I wouldn't say it's too much different. It's still very arcadey, very basic gameplay. But the graphics in that game are absolutely fantastic. Like even on the map, everything. Like there's like even when you're on Tatooine, there's like little bits of like sand and stuff coming up. Yeah, like it's absolutely beautiful.
They've done some work with it, and there's still like so many players.
The Frostbite engine, so it's the same engine that runs Battlefront and with FIFA as well. Yeah. But it's like I think just it seems to be optimized. Like it looks way better than those other 2 games. I think it just like it's proper beautiful. Like even the rain and everything. Like when you're a stormtrooper and you run in and then you like get killed and you like run all over the floor and you're all covered in mud and shit. It's like cool as fuck. Like I'm really enjoying it.
They've really made it like you say beautiful basically, and I don't even know the detail to characters with the heroes, villains. Obviously they're on point. The first one, it wasn't on third generation. What we are now, Christ, the third generation, but they have done some absolute work to it. It's lovely to play. You actually notice
cool.
it.
As I mentioned last week, I am now Apex rank Gold 2. On my way to Gold 1. I will once again update. We'll both update how we are with Apex. We're both sort of super into Apex at the moment, so that's going to be our sort of mainstay. But then, like you say, you never know what else is going to sort of proc up. The only other thing I've been playing is a little bit of Super Mario Bros. U. which is quite cool.
Nice. But that's a great game.
I like little
Mario,
games I can
isn't it?
dive into and stuff like that. Little games that you can just do. And I've done a bit of Skyrim. Like I say, I broke that down more in mine and Amy's podcast kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's you up to date. That's
Lovely.
up to date with what Luke's up to. We'll certainly see where a little Pokemon Go adventure goes next week or whatever it is, or the week after. But yes, we will be right back with PIXI Partner Up. Welcome back to the PIXI Game Podcast. I'm doing the filming today, so you'll see me dive in at the start of every segment.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, PIXI Partner Up once again. We are about to, or this is the first step on our Nintendo trio we're about to go on, which is 3 Mario games in a row, basically. One because they're free, I just bought recently, so we may as well.
Use them.
So the first one, Mario Tennis Aces, is the one we break down this week. Next week will be Mario Party, and then after that will be Super Mario Bros. U, as I mentioned just before we just in the last segment. So we'll really try and dive into Mario Bros. U as much as possible and try and sort of
100%.
give it even more time, because I think that's going to be one of our favourite games to play.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
We might not like it. So, Super Mario Tennis Aces, mate. We'll start off with our general thoughts on it and so on and so forth. So, once again, I will kind of do this a little bit just in case I get any new viewers. Is we break down a video game, the two of us. We break down like couch co-op game, a game we have to play both in the same room on the same sofa, and we sort of break down how the co-op works in it, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether we like it, whether we don't.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the jig of this part of this podcast. So, what do you think? Mario Tennis Aces.
Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Like I said last time we was talking, I believe it was a tennis game that had a story mode or something. We had stuff like that. Obviously, we couldn't find that to begin with, so we played something different.
Yeah,
but
it's only single player, sadly.
Yeah. But having something like that was really fun. I'd like to give it a go on single player.
Yeah.
But together, enjoyed it. You had the special still. It was very, very different gameplay. I mean, we tried one, level. Really struggled, unfortunately, so we dropped down. And,
we went accidentally straight to pro.
On pro, yeah.
Because weirdly, expert is before pro.
Expert and then pro,
which
then ace,
weren't coming from a couple of FIFA players. That's odd,
Yeah, very true.
Expert's always after pro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up dropping down a level because we got absolutely trashed. Like, couldn't barely hit it back.
Wow.
So then we played a best of 5 between us and the computer, because it like records your wins and losses when you're playing in like free play almost.
Yeah.
So we done best of 5 and we won 5-1.
5-1. We lost the first game, and I think after that we changed characters because we went Mario Luigi, didn't we? So
yeah, we went with the classic. Yeah, but we didn't work out as a brothers. But in general, what did you think of it?
It's great. The gameplay was smooth. I had no problems with the screen. I had no problems with learning the controls. Nice and simple game. I know all Switch. I say it's all Switch games are pretty simple.
Accessibility, isn't it?
Yeah, and it makes it fun. Like, we weren't like, oh god, getting stressed. It was just like laughing, having a giggle. Oh, great return. And it was, you're playing it like you'd be watching Wimbledon, but you know what I mean? It was a bit like, oh, great shot. You had to play it like proper tennis though. You had one net player, one backcourt player. You also had to go to corners. It was good, It brought the cartoon aspect to it.
If you don't follow me or us on Twitter at PIXI Gaming Podcast, I put up a really mad rally we had where we won that I ended up recording. So if you go on over to my Twitter, that'll be on there. But yeah, it was really, really fun actually. And it was just like you say, simple, but like actually really entertaining. Like, we had a good crack.
And it was competitive. We still wanted to win, even though we were only playing like computer. It was just like, no, we're going to do it.
Definitely one of the things that I'm always looking for is for us to have those interactions with each other, stuff like that. But also what I'm looking for now, I suppose, is that I'm looking for like the negatives and things. So like, I can't, once again, I think we've come into another game where we didn't really feel there any negatives with it.
We weren't looking at each other going, oh, Christ. Or it really wasn't. Like, I don't think we said one bad word about it. No. Just the shots that we missed, and that was on our
that's it. Like,
sort of thing.
It's cool because I guess with us both being, like, we both play basketball, we both like competitive things, competitive games, competitive board games, whatever. Literally anything we can get our hands on, we love like competition. So the second I set us this goal of getting these 5, both of us are like zoned right in, like we're super keen to go. But we'll move on to the sort of the individual steps that we break down on each game. So split screen wasn't a split screen. I think we said that as soon as it started. Actually, we were talking about that through the game, just how
well it was utilised. I can't say it was utilised, but literally one tennis court. The movement was great. Like if you were at one end of the court, it didn't get smaller, didn't get bigger. It stayed the same size. They'd made it like perfect sizing, so you could see the whole court, no problems at all. So obviously, I didn't have any problems. I really enjoyed it.
No, it was really nice, well. And there was no like you say, like perhaps when you moved out a little bit as like the person who was at the back of the two, then if you moved out, the screen would like open up a little bit.
Yeah,
but it wasn't anything that was like a total distraction or anything crazy like that.
No.
So yeah, split screen was ace. Really
loved it.
Gameplay. So,
well, like I said earlier, smooth. I had no problems. Picked up the controls. I think you had to go over them once with me because we played it slightly before.
Yeah, only once before.
Literally once before, just to get each other to have a quick couple of games before we playing. Literally after that, it was fine. You had all the different shots like you would in any other normal tennis game. The movement was quite good. Character selection, I really like that. You had I think it was 5 or 6 different. I don't know what you would call it really, like
subcategories of the character. So like if you were Luigi, you were an all-rounder, or if you were Donkey Kong, you were like a power person, or I was Waluigi, who is defensive.
Yeah.
And then you can play as like Yoshi, who's like a speedster. And then you can get like people who are technical and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it. So there's a couple of them. So we played against some of them, and you can see their different abilities. Like, you know, the likes of someone who's smaller, who's like a little bit more nimble. They better get to the ball quicker and stuff like that.
Like I was Diddy Kong, so speed was his.
Was it,
stuff like that was really good, and I think it just again lets certain players pick what they want. You know, if someone's going to be a technical player, they're going to pick the players that can put the spin. Power players just hit it out of them. We were doing that quite a lot.
Controls really easy, really simple. You got like all different buttons. You got your sort of, I'll put it in PlayStation terms, you got triangle, square, circle, and X. Each one of them is a different return. So like triangle was like to hit it over the top, although we were playing on Switch, of course. And then you like, I think there was like a power one, and then there was like a spin one, and then there was like a just normal return. But what we noticed was that like there was another thing with the right stick where if like they hit it really far over to your left or really far over to your right, like you would never be able to get it if it's a real tennis match, but because it's Mario Tennis Aces and it's ridiculous, it's like you press this and all of a sudden you're like, you know, like what was Waluigi doing? Moonwalking.
It looked like a moonwalk towards
the
ball.
Slows time down.
Slow time down. You got there quicker, and it was. And again, that you couldn't keep doing that, so it was good. You had to work it, use it at the right times, and I think that obviously helps the game just run, and that's where some of the rallies come in that you said about. We had some really good rallies where we were both using that, and they were using it, and you're like, Christ, really? They've got to that? And then they do their power play, and it's just really good fun, and I really enjoyed it.
Really, really like the gameplay. Just smooth, easy to pick up. Yeah. Like even like I've had loads of different people play it with me now, and like everybody who plays it just seems to pick it up really easily. Exactly. You just got to move yourself to the left. Like, it's just sort of real life tennis. As if you were playing real life tennis. Yeah. Though actually, one of the things I noticed was playing it was that like actually when you're in like a really kind of intense rally, you end up being like, oh, in real life, you're like, oh god, I just got there, and you were like, oh, I just returned that or whatever. Yeah, that's it.
That was quite fun. Like I was diving a lot on the net play. Obviously, Waluigi's a bit taller than Diddy Kong, so honestly, diving around like a nutter. But it was great once you got the return back and obviously getting the point. It was like, yes, come on,
big time,
big plays.
We move on to how is a co-op utilised. There wasn't any specific mechanics in there, as we always mention. I like to go back to Army of Two, which like Luke didn't have to lift my racket for me with his button, and I'd hit it with my button or whatever. There was nothing like that.
No specials. I mean, we had the specials, but they didn't utilise anything when you're playing as a duo.
No, the only thing is you have to organise yourselves. Like the game, the game puts one of you at the front, one of you at the back. Me and Luke quickly learned that because Luke came up to the other side, and I went, mate, you got to stay down the bottom. And he was like, oh yeah. And then we went down the bottom, and from there on, whoever was forward on like the serve would stay down the bottom.
Play net play, play backcourt. Yes, and I think that's where we worked it. And again, like they do in tennis. And the one thing I did like is they obviously if you hit it at at the back of your opponent's partner's head, it would obviously hit them.
Yeah, I got in the way a couple of times,
which was quite good.
Waluigi's a big lanky bastard,
exactly,
and I got in the way a lot.
Me being under the net, I was all right, but again, that was something I liked. It was a bit more realistic as well.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think co-op wise, it's just
we did
typical
talk a
tennis,
lot.
you know?
We did end up
We
talking
had
about
to.
like
God, you've
if-
got, I've got.
yeah,
that
that's
sort of
it.
thing,
Just
you
real
know?
simple things. It wasn't like anything intense, like oh my god, I need you to come over here and revive me, or anything we've had before in these other games, or like in yesterday's last week's. We had Lovers in Dangerous Space Time where like we would have to like really heavily rely on each other to do different things. This was like, you know, if you missed a shot down the front, Luke could be like, right, that's yours, mate, or if it would go over the top, he'd be like, that's yours,
Yeah,
mate.
look,
But it was apart from that, there wasn't loads that was like really co-op based.
No, it was just a really fun game, you know. And this is the thing: we're trying to find games we can play together in the same room.
Yep.
Because I think it was all the rage: PS1, PS2, Xbox, all that.
Yep.
And then it died out to online, and then people just weren't meeting up to play.
Yep.
And Nintendo, I think, have really kept that
Yes.
like, you know, scenario with your friends.
Yep.
And I really enjoy it.
It's as any Nintendo game is. It like even Mario Kart. Like when we played it, although we scored it really badly because it didn't actually like make us work together very much.
Yeah.
Like it is a Nintendo game, so blatantly it's meant to be played by like 4 people at once.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the
there was an option
competitive
to put a
edge.
second system on and stuff. So like you could have like
8,
I don't know,
I think it'd be,
or
wouldn't it,
whatever it
for
was, or I
Christ.
don't know, maybe run a tournament with it or what.
Oh, yeah.
Did I need him? Is the next question.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
playing doubles. See, I think, strange enough you did, because I feel like we had to be in the right positions. And if you're both on one side, it was, oh God, you just look and just laugh because
Yes.
it's like, oh, well, we fell for that one. And I think, we definitely need each other. Else, you can't play singles and doubles, can you?
No, definitely not. So like when there was a time where like, you know, a ball would completely pass me by when I was at the front, or like even if you were at the back and you thought, oh, they're going to hit it all the way over here, and
You
they actually
try
hit it the
and
wrong way, but then the
predict.
guy at the front would like dive and help you out. You'd be like, God, if that went past you, I'd be
I'm
gone, mate.
stuck,
Yeah, that's it. So like, yeah, I did need him
Yeah,
for sure. We
100%.
definitely needed each other in this game. Overall rating, I think.
Yeah, rating is the next
Overall
one, mate.
rating, yeah.
Wow.
Bloody hell, there already.
Putting it, like I say it all the time, putting it to a co-op game. But I really enjoyed this one as well. So
I really did as well.
You know, I'm going to go at least an 8.5.
Yeah.
That's got to be minimum. I think that's average. I really enjoyed it. Co-op was just a fun game to play with someone.
Definitely.
That's the thing. I'm looking at it in
Definitely.
that respect now, not
Yep.
like what we're doing in game. So playing it with someone, brilliant game. You can have hours of fun on it.
Yep.
You can play with kids. Like literally, it was that easy.
Yeah, definitely.
It was,
Anything like that is all multiplayer
brilliant.
focused. So when we played co-op together, it was really cool. I mean, obviously, we are looking for games that really intertwine us, like in terms of co-op. Like last week, where you know I've got to use a shield and you've got to use a gun,
Yeah.
or you know, really like constantly communicate with each other and stuff like that. But it's a sports game. It's one of the best sports games we've played, I think, so far.
Definitely.
I'm sure we'll play a few more sports games to come.
They are good, aren't they?
And it was different as well. Really different.
Yeah,
It's nice
very
doing something different.
Like, you know, we've done the FIFA, that's typical. Like,
Yeah.
we might do the NBA, but this was different. Tennis. I mean, we're not both big tennis fans, are
Not
we?
really, no.
But we all understand the concept of tennis and how
Yeah.
to get points. And I think that's just what made it good.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Really fresh and like
Yeah.
fun. It was just fun. Like there wasn't a moment where we didn't start having fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go with an 8.5 as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 8.5 as well. I think I'm not sure whether I have it in this book, with our little sheet of how much we gave
Yes,
things.
That's very true.
But I need to keep that up to date. Still reigning at the top is
Overall is Overcooked.
Overcooked.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
close second is Broforce, and
that was
after
great.
that is Lovers in Space, Dangerous Space Time.
Yeah,
so
Lovers
they're
did
really
well
good.
last time.
And all
Brilliant.
those games are absolutely fantastic. So next week, we look to next week.
Yes.
And not next week, the week after. God. Mario Party.
Party.
It's a 4-player game. We're going to play each individual type of Mario Party. We can't play the board game because that's all people against everybody. So you all play against each other
Right,
in
yeah.
the board game.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, there's a dance one, which is quite funny. So we'll play that. And then we'll also play the other one. But it only uses Joy-Cons. So that we can. It's us two and 2 computers. So it'll be
That's
interesting to see whether that affects us, whether that stops us from, linking up. And
It'll give us different
it'll be interesting.
answers
Once again,
because,
completely different now because we're now
Yeah.
looking at something with like loads of mini games and silly little things.
totally different
And
to what we've played.
Different to the likes of Halo and these other things we play, which are a little bit more intense and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, right, please partner up. All done and dusted. Super Mario Tennis Aces. If you have a Switch, get it. It's good fun.
It is good fun.
Really good fun. Right, there we are. We will be right back now with the weird and wonderful world of Rise Randoms.
Ryan's Randoms.
Welcome back to the PIXI Game Podcast, and now we enter the weird and wonderful world of Rise Randoms. Just before we do, though, Luke did just mention to me that he has bought a game that I've been literally begging the man to play for so long now. Reveal it, mate. Reveal it to us all.
I've made the commitments to buying Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yes.
So I've managed to get a Switch.
Yes.
Well, get hold of a Switch, and I've gone and brought it. And I think
we will do a segment on it.
It'll be the best.
We will do a segment on it because it's a game that I absolutely loved playing. Just recently come off the back of. I just moved on to Skyrim now, very, very recently. So I'll be very fresh on it. You'll be very fresh on it. So it'll be really cool to do a little segment on it. I think the game deserves that as well.
Yeah.
Because I think it'll be interesting to see how you compare it to your other ones. Because obviously I came in it as my first Zelda and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see what you think about it. Because I think it might be your favorite game ever, mate. That's my little prediction. My little prediction is it will be Luke's favorite game ever. Another thing is I have a VR headset for my PS4, and me and Luke will be playing that together next time.
Have a go on that.
And fun. Luke has never played VR before, and it is fantastic. VR is absolutely fantastic.
It looks amazing.
So,
I've watched obviously stuff.
Yeah, that's it. But doing it yourself, completely different level. So we'll also have Luke's little VR review and see how he feels about it.
Hello, boy.
Yeah. So we're in a wonderful world of Rice Randoms anyway. This week, mate, I've got more relaxed. We're not going to be going crazy. We're not going to be eating anything. We're not going to be putting any blindfolds on. I thought we'd dial it back. We're having a more relaxed talking kind of podcast this week.
Like that.
Yeah, that's it. So this one, as I've done other podcasts with Luke before. If you haven't watched, listened to them, before we started filming, where I take him through scenarios of being like a CEO of a company and all the different things like that. So this time, you are running a gaming company, right? Mm-hmm. Luke's gaming company. And you have 3 different companies that you've bought. One of them is Nintendo. Yeah. Another one is PlayStation. And another one is Xbox.
Oh.
So you have 3 little apples for your tree, mate. And they're very, very nice.
Yeah.
Now, I have different questions of where you're going to go with these businesses going forward. What kind of direction you're going to go in. So, number 1 is what is going to be the leader, the helm of your ship? What is going to be your number 1 kind of franchise going forward? So I've got options for you.
Mm-hmm.
For the Nintendo, do you go with the talisman they've always used, which is Mario, of course?
Yeah.
Is he the face of your company going forward? This is your choice, mate. It's Luke's company.
Yeah.
Or do you go with Zelda?
Mm-hmm.
Or Link would be the face of Zelda, Zelda would be your big game, would be your flagship game of the company, or Pokemon.
Wow, it's hard. See, the thing is, I think the biggest following is on Pokemon. Now, if I've got to be a businessman here, I've got to go for. Personal. Yeah, I'd go for. If you're going for bucks, you've got to go.
But it's your company, mate.
It's my company.
Yeah, maybe you want to run Nintendo into the ground, mate, financially. But you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see
it. Just what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Nah, if I, honestly, from the heart, I'd have to go with Link.
Yeah.
And obviously pick Zelda as my main game.
It'd be cool to see him as the face of Nintendo.
That. It'd be different, and he is getting in there now. He's getting in there. Yeah. Mario and Luigi, skedaddle. But no, again, that's so iconic. But personally, yeah, I'd have to pick Zelda with Link as my flagship game.
Okay. Now for Xbox, do you go with Halo?
No.
Or Gears of War?
Gears. I preferred Gears.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Gears
honestly...
of War would be your
Gears
flagship.
would go to, and I need to get the tester actually for Gears of War 5.
Oh yeah, cool. That'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting to hopefully talk about. But no, honestly... Gears. I preferred that game a lot more to Halo.
Interesting.
Strangely.
Very interesting. So you've changed the face of Nintendo to Zelda. Mario, buddy, Jesus. Link. You've changed the face of Xbox to Gears. Now PS4.
Oh dear.
God of War. Now, obviously, you haven't played these games because you're not a PS4 player at the moment. You've played God of War, the old God of Wars?
Yeah, the older ones.
Okay. So do you go with Kratos and God of War?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go with Nathan Drake and Uncharted?
Yeah.
If you've ever played any of the Uncharted games?
That's one I haven't actually.
No,
which looks like I might enjoy.
Very, very cool. Yeah, very, very good. If you get the PS5 and they remaster them or something, might be worth
a good shout, actually.
Or Spider-Man. Because obviously there's a Spider-Man exclusive now for PS4.
There is.
You'd love that.
Which I do want, yeah. As soon as I found out it came out on PS4, I was livid.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll bring it out. I'm hoping they do on Xbox. Fingers crossed. No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're right. Honestly, I would probably go with God of War. I think it's done really well for PlayStation overall.
The most recent game is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, hearing that from a PS4 player obviously is great,
Yeah,
and I do think it would be a sort of game I'd enjoy as well.
Mm.
It's just obviously having only the one console at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. In the future, though, I'm sure you'll catch up with it.
Yeah.
Now,
100%.
going forward, you need other things like third-party games and stuff like that with these different companies that you're looking after. So, with Nintendo,
Yeah.
do you go down the route of remasters? So, like, or Ocarina of Time remastered older Nintendo games, Super Mario 3D World or whatever. Bring that to it, or Super Mario Galaxy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bring these different games to it, or even Mario Kart 64, something like that. Bring back all these remasters, yeah.
Ooh.
Or do you go down the route of like indie games and invest your money into getting indie games onto your platform and stuff like that? Back there. Apologise.
Honestly, I think the remastered is where I would go, because
you are a bit
as
of
soon
a
as you said
nostalgic
remastered
gamer,
now, I literally was like, oh, this guy, these could come back. And there's a lot of games that I enjoyed when I was younger, having the N64, Pokemon Snap, you had Pokemon Stadium, you had Banjo-Kazooie, you had every Diddy Kong Racing, all those. If I could get them back with the graphics they have now, oh my god. So yeah, I would go remastered route for sure.
Remastered route. Okay. For Xbox,
yes,
would you go with EA and all the games that they bring, such as obviously FIFA and Apex and Battlefront and all these other games that EA offer, NBA Live, or Activision, who are probably only got Call of Duty at the moment, but
that we know of big.
Yeah. Would you like to have Call of Duty as your sort of third party on your console, say? So, because when you do the Call of Duty advert, it comes with PS4 at the end, and back when it was Xbox 360, it used to be Xbox 360 at the end of the COD adverts and stuff like that. So, what would you invest in? Would you have yourself at the end of the COD trailer, or would you put yourself at the end of the EA game? So, EA is in the game, FIFA or whatever, and then it come up saying Luke's PS4 or whatever.
That's it.
Xbox, apologies.
Honestly, EA maybe. At the moment, I'm playing a lot of EA.
Yeah.
I think you said that the other week. Actually, you were
like,
they're all EA.
Yeah.
And FIFA's obviously up there with me.
Yep.
Apex now.
Yeah.
I dabble on the Battlefront. So I'd have to go EA. I think.
Yeah. A lot of IPs come with it. A lot of IPs.
100%. EA is huge.
Yep.
And the thing is as well, because they do all their transactions, cash money in your pocket. So
he is thinking down the business route as well.
Businessman.
He is a big time businessman.
Gotta make money.
We move on to your third company.
Yes.
PlayStation.
Yes.
Do you go with Bethesda?
Yeah.
So Fallout
and all that.
Oblivion, Skyrim, games like that. Doom, they also do.
Do they really?
They also do Wolfenstein, if you've ever played those games.
Yeah, I've got Game Pass and Wolfenstein.
Or Ubisoft.
Oh,
or
I like
Ubisoft
as well. No, that's
Ubisoft. Good. So you got Assassin's Creed, you got Division 2, Watch Dogs, I think they do as well.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Watch Dogs. Wow.
So some good IPs with both of them.
I'm stuck because the thing is with Bethesda, I like the obviously Skyrim, the open world stuff, all that they can bring, but what Ubisoft do as well is all their games. I think I've never not liked a game they do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Personally, I'd have to go for Ubisoft.
Okay.
Interesting.
So far,
for a personal, level.
you've gone down the route of remasters for the Nintendo. You've gone for EA as your third party for Xbox, and you've gone for Ubisoft as your third party for PS4.
Yeah.
We move now on to a game that you would bundle with your new console
as it comes out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I've always looked at these.
For Nintendo.
Yeah.
You can either bundle it with a new Mario Kart or Mario Kart 8, whatever you like. Or you can bundle it with Fortnite. Which one?
Fortnite.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say it, I watched the World Cup the other day.
Beast, that game is absolutely big time.
Whoa.
It's like it's not.
It's like a 16-year-old won it.
Yeah,
13-year-old from England
or something. Wasn't he won?
In the singles, they won. I think he won $3 million, which is like 2.4 mil pounds.
Mental. That game, like I played a solid season. I played season 8 of Fortnite. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole time playing it.
Yeah.
I jumped. I went off on season 9, and I don't. It's not attracting me back in any way, shape, or form. I enjoyed it when I played it. I understand it. I understand what it's about. I have a lot of respect for Fortnite. I have loads and loads of respect for it. I think the biggest thing is I'm not very good at it. So if I was better at it,
the game, aren't we? That's the thing.
If I was better at it, I really, really nail it. And I love Epic. I love what they're doing with Dauntless. I love Dauntless. I love Fortnite. I love how free it is, and how many different things you could do in it with creative mode, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely fantastic game, and it's forward thinking. It's always doing new and crazy ideas.
And people who can be on it and watch it happen. I saw that.
And I think the ship might have sailed for me for Fortnite at the moment. Maybe in the future it might drag me back in. I have deleted it from my PS4 even now.
I still have it.
It's gone. But fantastic game. All the respect in the world. But yes, like you say, you're going to bundle it with your
Fortnite,
Nintendo. Not to digress too much into...
No, sorry, but honestly, Fortnite, it's just one of those games, isn't it? And I think it would advertise to everyone.
It's going to be here forever now.
Yeah,
and it's changed the gaming industry forever.
Yeah.
And, the fact that I'm playing a game like Apex, where 2-3 years ago, I'd have been playing that game for £40. I'd have been playing that game for £35 even, stuff like that. They would have bought that out,
now,
and it's all free. And it's all because of Fortnite, because Fortnite has paved the way for that stuff. It's paved the way for not microtransactions like COD, where it's open up boxes, loot boxes. You pay for skins, and they make the money off that, and it's fantastic. And they keep bringing out new content for it, and I thank them for that. Thank the fact they've changed the industry like that. And that's really cool. And the fact that even the new Call of Duty and stuff will be bringing out free maps and stuff like that. That's the way it should be.
Free deal, it play right. You pay one price and get everything. Yeah. None of this DLC download rubbish.
And even if you're free, like I bought the season pass on Apex, so I thought to myself, they deserve my money. And if it's someone offers me something for free, I believe that if I buy something on the game or whatever, I feel like that's giving back to the developer.
Giving them back to them because you've got the game for free. Exactly, that's our way. So you do 5 transactions, it will add up to what you have paid, sort of thing. If you look at it like that, so if you're happy with that, the same as I am. I need to get season 2 actually now.
I'll get season 2's pass. I will. Anyway, so we move on to Xbox, your second company. What do you bundle with your Xbox? So, Apex or PUBG?
Oh, wow. You really did that.
2 games that Luke's actually playing right now, interestingly enough.
I actually am playing both and a lot as well.
Interesting little conundrum.
What would I bundle? Well, the thing is, PUBG you have to buy now, unless you have the Game Pass. So would I bundle a game you have to buy, and then they can get the free game?
Yeah.
So I'll probably bundle PUBG.
Yeah, fair enough.
About 25.
I think it's like the second biggest selling or the highest selling game of all time.
It is up there. It's
I think it actually is the highest selling game of all time because obviously Fortnite is free.
And
it's
that's the thing. It is still played. So
okay, and for the PS4,
yes,
Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I've never been a Battlefield player.
Oh, really?
I really haven't been able to, and I've been told to by everyone.
Yeah.
More realistic, get on it. The maps are bigger. You get a lot more fun.
I really like Battlefield 4.
And again, if they bring a new one
Battlefield
out,
3 I liked as well. Battlefield Bad Company 2 I really enjoyed.
That Bad Company 2 up to, and that was it. And it would have to be COD, just because I know what I'm getting, and I think everyone knows the COD.
I love Battlefield, but I like COD more.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
The new one looks fantastic. Last question. Do you go down the route so you're going to go down like 2 different routes, what route do you go with your console?
For each of them, yeah.
So one of the things I can't read properly because my writing is awful. One of them is, for the Switch, do you go down the multiplayer route or do you go down the solo route, the single player route?
Multiplayer.
So
that in regards online and in the same room?
Yep.
Nintendo have always nailed it, and I think they'll carry it on.
So you wouldn't take it in a new direction of single player?
No.
You
Not built for it.
Stick with the formula.
Yeah, you don't get the graphics you do with a PS4 Pro and Xbox X. One X, sorry, if you want to. 100%.
Okay. Xbox, do you go down the route of pushing esports to the platform and going down that road and doing like live Xbox competitions, all that kind of stuff, and like making it a part of being a part of Xbox would be being a part of esports, or like you push it on most games, stuff like that. Or do you go down the route of exclusives, which is a barren wasteland in Xbox terms right now? But do you go down the road of like what they're doing real life right now?
New.
Bring some exclusives.
I would like some more exclusives for Xbox.
Yeah.
The only one that comes to my head is Gears of War
and Halo. Yeah.
And Halo.
Yeah.
So maybe bring some more of that through because
new random games.
Just anything. It don't have to be shooters. A lot of shooters.
Yeah.
And
Open world games, whatever.
Maybe like God of War, a bit more of a
Yeah.
actual story to something.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely. I think I'd go down. Yeah.
Not esports, no.
No. See, I love esports though. So, but realistically, I would like to see
more. Yeah.
More of that. 100%.
Cool. Now for PlayStation, do you go down the road of virtual reality, VR? Do you pour your money into PSVR and make it a crazy wireless mental headset and keep going into all the different like avenues you can go down that way?
Yeah.
Or do you go for the PlayStation Plus route where it's like like Xbox Game Pass?
That is one thing that everyone has said. It doesn't have the Game Pass. Oh God, that's hard.
It kind of does. It's got PlayStation Now, but it's not as good.
It's not as good. Not as many games. Something like that. I've heard. Obviously, I don't know. I would love to bring that to PlayStation because it's the
Game Pass is
such a good thing to
Game
buy.
Pass is great.
You just got games
Great idea.
to keep, and you're like, cool. I pay a subscription. But the VR, I think once I've had a go, I'm going to be like, I'll pump in the VR, just get me one of them.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to have to go for the VR just because I don't even know how to explain it. I will be able to once I've played, but I think it's going to be just a totally different experience that I've never experienced. So
there we are. This is Luke's weird world of owning the gaming industry and what he would do with it and so on and so forth. So there we are, mate.
Yes.
Something a little bit different for you this week.
Yeah, like that back to the roots, mate.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, every now and again, mate, I'll shake it up.
Think about it.
Yes, that's it, and go down the different routes and stuff. It's just interesting, like thinking of these theories, like bringing different things. Like, what would you do if the company was yours?
That's
all that
it.
kind of stuff.
And I think about that when I'm off. Just whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
what would I change, maybe? Or,
Yes.
So
yeah, as a consumer yourself, it's always really good because like what you like and don't like. As well.
Exactly, you're paying for it. So
like Zelda more than Mario.
Yes, I do.
Like that. But yes, there we are. There's Rise Randoms this week. I'll hit you with something completely different next time. We'll see what it's like. This will be posted actually now. Obviously, at the end of the podcast, this will now be posted after I'm hosting a panel at a gaming convention. Apologies.
Yes, you are.
I'm hosting a panel at a gaming convention, so if you haven't checked that out, check out that video. That'll be really, really cool.
Guess on
sitting down interviewing random people all day would be really weird. Gonna have a backdrop of this and stuff like that.
Sick,
so
sick.
I'm really looking forward to it, mate. Might be taking this table with me, stuff like that. Taking me a little fruit bowl of controllers, mate. Here is the three that Luke owns. Look, you've got the Xbox controller.
I do have all, yeah.
You've got the Nintendo, and you've got the PlayStation, mate. They're your three underneath your gaming company or whatever. Yeah. So. For the day, end of the show.
Yes.
And I got an interesting one. I was reading a book the other day, and they were basically saying that if you really want to succeed at something, or you want to get really good at something, whether it be like for me podcasting or whatever people's profession, maybe even if it's just a hobby you want to get really, really good at, the crazy thing is in this world with so many people is more than likely, in fact, almost guaranteed, someone else has done it.
Someone's done it. Yep.
Ask them. Talk to them. Ask for advice. If you see someone that's really good, even for example, basketball, me and Luke were playing tonight, like I look at someone else and I say to him, like, how do you do that? Or what do you do? Like, ask the questions.
Footwork's one, big players, big men. I've always asked how to learn post moves. I'm not, the fittest, so that's where I'm strong.
Yeah, that's it. But like even me with podcasting, I'm sending messages to a lot of guys who are getting more listeners than me and stuff like that. Like, how do you do it? And how did you up them? So if there's anything that you're doing, anything that you're sort of getting into or whatever, then just ask someone who's done it before. Like, get the tips. Say, how did you get where you are? And quite often, when people are at that level, they're more than happy to impart their knowledge.
Jesus, and you think it's a wide, vast knowledge that you can get from them.
100%. So there's your short today. End of the show. Thank you very much for coming, mate.
Thank you
for
having me.
You'll see it here from us again and see us again if you, very, very soon for a little bit of Mario Party. Ooh. So there we are.